Marvin, get your ass over here. Right now. My son knows I like calling moose. So he was going to the Yukon to hunt moose and grizzly, and he asked me to go with him. Now, I love moose. We have moose in the yard, and when I'm hunting, I usually ask the cows, where are the bulls? Watch your eyes. She tells me exactly where that bull is. Amazing, smart animals. So I packed my bags, and I reminisced, thinking of all the times we hunted my old 30-06 pump, shooting 9 moose 9 years in a row. 4 of them over 60 inches. One of them was 67. And when the boys bought me this Remington Sendero 300 Weatherby for my 50th birthday, what a tack driver. And the pleasure when my son shot his moose with this gun at 1,000 yards with 3 generations of us. What a proud moment for me. So just reminiscing, thinking of all the equipment I had over the years, the wall tents and stuff, and I finally took this tub trailer, modified the quads, put GPSs on them, and we went far back so we could get bigger moose, had solar power, very comfortable. All the moose over the years, but I shot one moose and wounded him, and it wallowed in the creek, broke the ice, and this is a moose with a 220 grain Nosler bullet. It froze the wound shut. I shot this moose that same year, and then the next year shot him and found the Nosler bullet in him. They're a very smart animal, amazing, fun to hunt. In the call, they're easy, but I'll tell you, now their terrain up there when we were driving, like my camp would do me no good. The only way you can move around up there is with a plane, and we were lucky enough to fly in with this whole 57 Beaver, Warren Lefebvre from Acuna Lodge, and he flew us into Carl Lake with a K. This is our camp. Boys went in, made a wood floor. Sean Raymond and Jordy. Sean Raymond's Yukon big game outfitters, pardon me. And this is the scenery. I mean, the first day you can't hunt, so we just went and fished and toured the lake around and seen all kinds of wildlife, seen a caribou and different birds. Just a beautiful country. I was just in awe because it's so remote. There's just nobody around. They fly you in, and there's the caribou we saw. And so the first morning we went out, we seen this cow. I asked the cow where the bull is. There's the bull. And were they ever in the call? Unbelievable. They just, he came across the lake. Anytime we'd call, he'd turn around and look at us, and he wanted to come. Just a good representative bull, not what we were looking for. But and then we went across the lake, and we spotted these caribou. Now my son had a caribou tag, but it was early in the hunt, and this one was just borderline. Had nice thirds, and he had about 10 or 12 cows with him. Maybe a bull in the back, and we're not 100% sure. And then we spot this bull. So we set up by the shore, and the boys are on the side of the mountain, and I call this bull in. And my son decides it's the one he wants. He had spotted it a long ways away. We called it in. It was just under 60 inch, 10 by 10. And we're celebrating the call. It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement there. What a wonderful hunt he took me on. Oh, when I'm watching this video, I'm just thinking, oh, am I a lucky guy? And he was lucky. He's a really good shot. And he shot this bull and close to shore. So we loaded it up in the boat, took a few field pictures, and took him back to where the planes could pick him up. And we went back to camp, lit a fire, had some tenderloin, and my son said, I thought the hunt was over. And he said, Dad, I bought you a tag too. So I'm sitting with a tag in my pocket. The next day was beautiful. The swans were going south. Just a perfect day to call moose. And we called this guy in. Now, I mean, we're only into the hunt. We just got there. And I looked at him. I've shot a lot of bigger moose than this. We're up there. We've got another 8 days to hunt. So we let him go. And when you look at him, he's a beautiful bull, and they'd never seen humans up there. They're just so majestic. Look at them there, and just looking at this video again, it just brings back such wonderful memories. So We spend the night. The next morning we get up and we call this guy in. And I look at him. He's an old, splayed out monarch of a bull. It's only the third day of hunting. And so we're going to think, do we want to take him? But he is just a monster. And so I decided, we were calling him and he was right on the shore. I decided he was going to be my bull. And so we got close and we called him. He wasn't going anywhere, just so fun to see. And I harvested him. And going and seeing him was just amazing, amazing animal. Walking up there, I can still feel the excitement in my heart, and unbelievable hunt. And we walk up to him and just look at the size of this gorgeous, gorgeous animal. He was a monarch, old moose, tough. So we took some field photos, tagged him, brought him back to camp, and planes came in the next day to pick him up. That's Pat, the pilot, we called him. Great pilots. There's Sean Raymond. Those planes were loaded down, you can see, but Sean's a great pilot from Yukon Big Game Outfitters. They flew it out, so we got nothing to do except hunt grizzly and caribou, and we seen this little guy. And not a little, but he's on the other side of the lake. And we seen him, he was going north. And I decided, we're just sitting having lunch. I said, well, I'll give him a call, see if he'll come. And he was going north, but he turned around right away as soon as I called. And he's right across the lake. Amazing how the animals can hear. They can hear you so far away. And when they're in the rut, they're so susceptible to the call. We always call them right to camp. We have a quiet camp. We don't have chainsaws or fire. We run propane. We tarp all the machines up. And here he is. He comes right across the lake and he comes right to camp. And I just wanted to show you in the video here how you can call them in when they're in the call. Now, he's winded us. The wind's wrong. Mind you, these animals don't get hunted probably ever. But you can see how he responds to the call. When I call him, he knows there's something going on. And all I have to do is give him a quick call, and he comes running right away. They're just, they're so easy to get in the call. That's why we call them right to camp. I'm too old and they don't call it dead weight for nothing. But you can see when I call, he just comes running. And with the new camp, I've had it for 20 years, but we call them right in, elk 2. And that way we don't have to haul them very far, because they don't call it dead weight for nothing. And unbelievable. I'm just looking at the video here and watching and narrating, and you see he runs away. All three of us are standing on the hill videoing this, and he watches us. He knows we're not a cow, but just for the heck, I give him another call. And they're such in the rut, and they're such a beautiful, amazing animal. And I hunted them all my life because it was table fare for my family. Very, very good meat. And you can just see he comes right back again. Even though he can see us, he smelt us, he knows something isn't right. They're just such in the rut. But when they're not in the rut, look out. They're very, very smart. They'll circle you. They'll go to other moose so you can't follow their tracks in the snow. They'll circle around, wind you. They're very, very smart animal when they're not in the rut. Anyway, I'd like to thank my son for taking me up there and hunting, Jordy for being our guide and cook, and Sean Raymond from Yukon Big Game Outfitters. These are the moose we harvested, my son and I. What a wonderful hunt. Thanks, and please donate to cancer. See you in the next video.